What's up, guys? Cloud7470 here, bringing you a video. Now, just as I promised, I brought you dragon ruler plans yesterday, plant rulers, which is getting a ton of feedback. It's getting a lot of views. I really appreciate that, guys. Glad to see your interest in it. And like I said in that video, today I would be showing you a different version of plants that are able to be played. This one isn't able to be played until after September, or not September, November, December area when Shadow Specters come out, but it's still going to be a very viable deck. Plants are making quite a comeback, in my opinion, and this version is much more of a budget build. Hopefully, it all depends on the price of this card right here, but other than that, it's pretty budget. The most expensive thing in this is probably the E-Telly and like the extra deck stuff, which is not at all expensive anymore because most of it's reprinted. So, and like Blackluster Soldiers reprinted, Catasters reprinted. So, it's a very cheap deck. Excuse me, minus this card here because we don't know how much it's gonna be yet. But anyway, let's get into the deck profile. So we have 2 Tragodia, 1 Blackluster Soldier, 1 Gores, 2 Redox, 1 Thunder King because we only got 1, 2 Debris, 3 Psychic Commander, 1 Lone Fire, 2 Card Trooper, 3 Crane. Now this is what really makes this deck viable, and I'll get into it after I finish the list. So 1 Dandy, 2 Maxi, 1 Spore, 3 Effect Veiler, 1 for 1, 1 Mind Control, Dark Hole, 1 Monster Reincarnation, 1 Foolish Burial, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, 1 Book of Moon, 3 Emergency Teleport, 1 Scapegoat, and 3 Polynese. I don't know. Now this deck I have heard about for a little while now. I've seen some videos. This is what I've been playing with. Shout out to Infected Xenon for showing me this card because it's awesome. But yeah. Excuse me. Oh, I got a cough. But so let's get into the deck. Crane here, it's your tour guide. It's like you could play Chaos Plants still, but this is much better with Crane because of this card. Oh, I forgot to go over the extra deck. Let's do that. 1 Star Eater, 1 Crimson Blader, Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Ancient Sacred Wyvern, Orient Dragon, TG Hyper Librarian, Ally Justice Cataster, Armory Arm, Formula Synchron, 2 Mealis Tree Spirit, and 1 Wind Up Zenmains. Now back to the explanations. Crane is a tour guide. It's just like it is Wind Up Rat. You know, it's essentially another tour. It's a tour guide. But it really makes this deck viable because of this card. This really gets your plant engine started. It sends Spore to the grave. It's can send Dandy, can special summon Spore from your graveyard. It's really good. So Crane makes this deck very well, work very well because of Mealis, because this card is amazing. Other explanations: E-Telly for your commanders because commanders are level 3 Earth and you can sync with it. You can sync with it into like just normally, or if you get it back with Crane, you can make a level 6, or most likely go into Mealis. Well, I play Monster Arena card. I was iffy on this card. It's literally my 40th card. It's the last card I put in this deck. I was very iffy on it. But then I realized I'm playing 3 Veiler and 2 Maxi and 2 MST and 3 of Polynese. Those cards, like Maxi and Veiler, are good, but they're not good against every deck. Space Typhoon is good, but not against every deck. And sometimes this does become a dead card because I have run out of plants because I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants. So this might actually get cut, but it's so powerful, it's worth it. This is your solemn judgment. This is the replacement for solemn judgment, basically. It's just like Icarus Attack. You tribute a plant monster, and just like Icarus Attack, it doesn't have to be face up. So it's really, really good. But it is viable to be cut down to lower. But I do love this card. And yeah, there's not really too much to say. Plants are plants. Redox really does help the deck out a lot. It just gives you that giant wall of defender with all your earths. You have Psychic Commander, you have Card Trooper, Crane, Dandy, Maxi. You have a lot of earths. So Redox definitely viable, definitely helps. You can wall up, or you can synchro with Spore or Valor if you have to for level 8. So very viable. Talk about Blackluster Soldier. Blackluster Soldier, we all know, can be splashed in just about anything. I have 3 darks and 4 lights, not counting the extra deck, which I have a lot of lights and then I think 2 more darks. Yeah. So it's not that hard to get Blackluster Soldier off. It might seem a little sketchy with this low of targets, but you're gonna drop a Valor, and the hardest part is darks. I'd like to add some form of dark target in there. I was thinking about Tour Guide, but extra deck space is tight, and so I'd like to add some form of dark in here to balance it out, make it a little more easier to get Gores off as soon as or Blackluster off as soon as possible without going into extra, because it's definitely viable, but sometimes you're just not going to get your plays off and you need that Blackluster Soldier. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please thumbs up this video if you liked it. Thumbs it down if you didn't. But if you didn't like it, please tell me why in the comments below. Also, tell me why, or tell me what you think of this deck, how you think plants are going to play out this September through January. I think they're going to be amazing. I love them. I've always loved plants. I'm so excited to see them seeing play again. If we could have only got Lone Fire back up to 2, that would have made it so much better. But that's all I got to say. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already to check out some more videos. And thank you so much for watching.